I need coffee. I'll be back. Hello everybody. I kind of feel responsible for this year being so shit. I never ever plan my year. I don't plan my weeks, I don't plan my days. Last year I bought a diary and I was so impressed with this diary that I was like, right, I'm gonna actually plan out my year in order to get my artwork seen more and exhibitions and things like that, and you know, entering into competitions. So I actually sat down and I wrote out every single week and every single deadline I could think of. And then 2020 happened. It's not been a very good year. The reason that I called you all here today is because I have rebranded. I don't know if you've noticed, so nothing much has changed in the studio from the last time I videoed. I don't really know. I know it's got messier, but that's about it. As you can tell, I've been doing a little bit of rebranding. So I am no longer Bethy Shaw on any of my social media. I am now Bethy Pig, which is going to be the name of my brand and the name of my Etsy shop. I decided to go with Bethy Pig because for some reason that's what my mum's called me since I was little. I'm not quite sure why. I don't think I eat that much, but I like it. It's what I've been called for most of my life, so I decided to go with it because it's still Bethy. It's still on kind of, not brand, but it's still in the same category, and also it's a little bit more fun, which is what I'm trying to be. I'm trying to not be as uptight, I'm trying to not be as sad. I'm trying to have fun with my artwork and make things that make me happy instead of them being perfect. The Bethy Pig Etsy shop is now open and it does have stuff on there, and I have had people buying, so I'm very happy with that. I will pop up my Etsy either here or at the end. Put it here. I'll put it here. Halfway through the last lockdown, I managed to scrounge up enough money to buy a new iPad to replace my old graphics tablet, which broke. So maybe, I think it was maybe towards the end of the last lockdown, I finally managed to save up enough to get an iPad Pro. And I absolutely freaking love it! It's so much easier to use than a normal graphics tablet. Like, I know the more expensive graphic tablets have the screen on them, but I was working from like a £50 graphic tablet, which is kind of on the lower end of the graphic tablets. So it was basically just kind of like a big pad that you rested on your knees and it plugged into your laptop, and you would draw on the pad, but you would still have to look at the laptop screen to see what you were doing. And so you have to have really good hand-eye coordination. I went for the iPad because even though I thought the iPad Pro was expensive, the new Cintiq tablet is even more expensive, like 7 expensive. So I went for an iPad Pro and I really love it. I just think it's so easy to use because now I can, 1, I can take it anywhere with me, and 2, I can literally sit in any part of the house and I don't have to set the laptop up and the wires up. But I actually love it so much that I've started taking my artwork away from the abstract kind of artwork and moving more towards an illustrative kind of artwork. That sounded really lame. So I'm not going to stop doing traditional artwork. All the artwork that I was doing, I'm just kind of adding a new medium into my creative kind of blobby mess of life. So yeah, I did do that, so I'm going to do a little bit of that today probably, because there's a ton of stuff that I want to do because I finally got my printer up and running again. It's not a good printer, but it does print, which is kind of the only thing it's supposed to do in its job description, I guess. I thought it would be difficult to turn on the camera and talk, because I had difficulty in the beginning doing that, but apparently it's kind of like, you know, when you haven't seen a friend in a while and you kind of get a little bit anxious, and then you finally meet back up with them and everything's fine, like you never even left off. I have a couple of friends like that. Like, one of my friends does not live nearby here whatsoever, and I will see her maybe like once a year, but it's always kind of like slipping back in to old habits, and it's really nice. So I don't know if she watches these, but she does. Look, we have matching hair. This is my new iPad. It's not really new anymore, but you know. Put that over there. But yeah, this is the iPad. It says Procreate. I don't want to print again. Can I go back? Okay, so this is the file that I was just looking at. I think because it might be overheating a little. It might be overheating a little because it's plugged in. But yeah, just as I decided I was going to do work, my iPad decided that it was going to not do work. And the battery pretty much died. So it's now plugged in. You guys are just going to have to like ignore the state of my desk, by the way, because I was doing some resin work on it. And I dripped a bunch. And it doesn't come off. That's like the one good thing about resin, but it's also a curse. So this is where I keep my greeting cards for the minute. I am planning on getting better storage for all of my stuff. I just cannot afford it right now. So Mr. Tuna is doing the good work of looking after my stuff. These are some earrings that I've been working on at the minute, which I haven't finished. Because when I resined these, I forgot that I'd actually drawn the outline in Sharpie and that kind of blurred and went gross. So I'm thinking of doing similar ones, but then changing them up so that they look nice. So these were kind of just tester ones. Some little owls, which are very cute, and I definitely want to remake so that they're better quality. These are basically just ones that I made for myself. Yeah, this is the rest of my desk at the minute. I was going to start doing the work that I needed to do, but then I started procrastinating instead and working on this print to try and get it a little bit better quality, and now I'm going to eat super noodles, so more procrastination, I guess. I make like that I'll see a lot of people that I watch on my YouTube and they make really, really nice meals, like, or they'll be like, oh, I had overnight oats for breakfast. And I'm just like, well, I've just made super noodles. It took me 5 minutes, but I did put it in a fancy star bowl. So, sucks to be you guys. I'm living the dream. So I'm trying to decide if I want to make actual prints of them and get some nice prints made, or if I just want to keep them like this. I know I definitely want to make some kind of print, but I don't think that this would look good enough for a print. So I think I'd have to get some actual proper paper.
The time of the year now, you got people falling in love. It brings you good cheer now when that mistletoe is above. Can you Santa driving the sleigh? Or was it the Grinch and he got away? Caravans alone.
Hi guys, I just wanted to apologise for the absolute slapdashery that is this video. So I filmed the first part of it a month ago, like exactly a month ago, with the hopes that I would get back to it within a couple of days and finish it, but unfortunately I work in retail, and at Christmas hours tend to go up and I never really got a chance to come back to it. Right now we are in that weird little in-betweeny space between Christmas and New Year. I think New Year's Eve tomorrow? But yes, Christmas. So Christmas has been and gone. It was, as usual, lovely. It's my favourite holiday, so I got a sewing machine, which I've wanted for about 3 years now, and a coffee maker, which is great because I absolutely love coffee, but I make really crap coffee. Yeah, I got a coffee maker. I also got this from my friend. She likes to pretend she's not my friend, but she bought me a Christmas present, so she's officially my friend. Yeah, so the reason why I'm making this part of the video is because for the first time ever I got prints made of my work. The one that I did on my iPad at the beginning of this video, I actually got them printed. And I really like them. they're all shiny, and like I think the paper could do with being a little bit thicker, or maybe next time I'll get matte instead of shiny. But it's just so cool just to see my artwork all woo! It's just one of those things where it's like, I'm not used to really seeing my work on anything, so when I do see my work on stuff, I think it's amazing. But yeah, so the reason why I made this is because of the new documentary / film that David Attenborough has made, which is all about how our planet is dying and what we can do to fix that. It kind of got me thinking about the planet and being about the planet and being more aware of that. So I recently rewatched it, and there's a bit that he says at the end, which is something along the lines of, if we take care of nature, nature will take care of us. I just thought that it was just a really, really nice documentary to watch. It's currently on Netflix, and it gives you a lot to think about, so I think that you should definitely try and watch it if you get a chance. If watching documentaries isn't your thing, I found this really, really appropriate. So Toby's mom, I think it was, bought him the book for the documentary for Christmas. So I'm probably definitely going to read that before he does. But I think if you prefer to read, then you should definitely give this a shot. So if you would like one of these, hold this again for you. So if you would like one, they are currently on sale on my Etsy. They're currently partaking in a Boxing Day sale / New Year sale, and they are currently half price. But they are limited, there's only 20 of them. But yes, please do stay safe, look after yourselves. I love you all, remember that, and I will see you in the next vlog.
It's been a few years now, and it's cold.